You wake up tomorrow, and the internet has been permanently deleted. What's the very first thing you do? There is no version of my job that exists without the internet, so I don't know. I mean, in a purely black and white sense, there is, but not functionally. Certainly not enough to have jobs for my entire industry, but that probably doesn't matter. So many more and worse things are going to happen. My job is teaching children how to survive in the wilderness, so it sounds like my time to shine. I pave roads. It would be a logistics nightmare, but the actual functionality of the plants that produce asphalt and the machines that turn it into roadways would be fine. Things like coordinating and communicating would be a little difficult, though. Honestly, there is almost no version of anyone's job that exists without the internet in 2025. I work at Walmart, and without the internet, the store couldn't operate. Good news is, there would be no way to collectively panic about it. It would just be you and your local coworkers. People would have to exchange ideas in person. It would be a total mess to start, but suddenly people would have to deal with stuff on paper and in person. Go for a walk and return to my childhood. No internet was fine, maybe even better. It is useful for work and video games, but it is damaging in a lot of ways too. Quickly figure out just how much my phone suddenly can't do. Actually do my morning routine instead of doom scrolling before I get out of bed. Wonder how every single computer, wire, fiber line disappeared overnight? The internet exists if two single computers exist and are able to connect together. Turn on the radio, listen to the news, and get some food if grocery stores still work. Hope you have cash. Payment terminals will cease to work. Chances are the radio is delivered over some variation of the internet by chaining repeaters. The broadcast tower probably doesn't have the power to broadcast beyond quite a short distance, assuming they aren't using DAB and broadcasting via the internet directly in the first place. Same thing we do every day. Pinky. Try to take over the world. Get really excited my profession and knowledge are relevant again. I got really excited at the post. I know, homesteading depression-era stuff, with just a few pointed, slightly fear-mongering questions, I'd be set. I'd get to go back to the kind of life I actually enjoyed and found value in. People might ask and listen, instead of echoing Google and AI slop at me. Slowly but surely realize that I'm free, and that my addiction is about to make me go into withdrawal. And that the world's going to go crazy. I'll be okay though. No, you won't. Food can't be ordered by grocery stores, drugs can't be ordered by pharmacies and hospitals, workers can't be paid. Everything will literally fall apart. Odds are you will die in the ensuing complete collapse of global society. Guns and knives still work, so anything you have that looters might want, they will take and will likely kill you. You might say, but what about those places where natural disasters cut all that off? Those are small bubbles surrounded by areas where everything still works. Help flows in from those other areas. There will be no help. Thank the pagan divinities that I had never stored anything in the cloud. Realize I'm not crazy, hit my money in gold stash, and head to the other house that's self-supported and no one knows about. Right now, I'm just the crazy guy. Go to the Winchester, have a nice cold pint, and wait for all of this to blow over. Don't forget to pick Liz and Mom up. I know Ed, but who knows, maybe she'll take me back. Mourn the loss of the ability to instantly access all human knowledge. Celebrate the loss of social media. Get away from society before all hell breaks loose. Honestly, I'd be so happy. What a relief that would be, and I could show all the youngsters how we lived pre-internet. I miss those simpler times. I step outside, and I take a deep breath, and I get real high. Was singing this one time in front of my wife, and she got a real sheepish look on her face. Turns out she always thought the lyric was kick real high. Now whenever we hear it, I pantomime kicking real high at that part. Then probably make some breakfast. Bitches ain't shit and they tell me nothing. Both of my jobs are dependent on the internet. All of our supply chains are operated by internet. I don't know if my credit union has my account information stored locally or if it's stored in the cloud. I don't know if I can even call them because their phones might be operating on VoIP, which is short for Voice over Internet Protocol. I'm not sure if my landline would work or if any utilities would maintain function without the internet. I'd be thinking that everyone who has thought of the same things I have is going to panic and start looting the closest supermarket. Head down to my storage locker and open the box labeled "In case of 80s, open this box." I'm not sure what's in it. Hopefully it's 8 tracks, VHS, and a sweet windbreaker. Plot twist, it's a Red Dawn kit. Bad news, it's all wagon parts and dysentery pills. 1880s box. 8 tracks? 80s? I see someone refuse to let go, haha. Put the internet in rice overnight and check it in the morning. Guess I better get myself a physical encyclopedia to look up random stuff. You can download the whole of Wikipedia for less than a terabyte. You could fit the whole thing on a flash drive and still have room to spare. After all, you don't necessarily need the internet to use a computer. Reading this, I'd probably have to get a divorce. My husband has to Google something the second he thinks of it and gets irritable if he can't. He would become impossible. Time Life Books has entered the chat. I spent the first 25 years of my life without internet access. I used to go to libraries to do research. Go to the basement and find those old Playboy magazines and laminate each page. Die, I guess. We'd lose access to our money. I'd probably lose my job soon after. All systems would go down quite quickly and rioting and looting would start. Only smaller, more physical communities would have the infrastructure to make do. But most logistics are carried out through online data management and would slow to a crawl. I want to know, in this hypothetical, what are we defining as the internet? Like, what part of the technology is gone? Does texting still work? Yeah, LOL, finally someone gets it. Get down on my knees and say a prayer of thanks. For the social media delete mainly, this is not as strange as it seems. I'm 67 and spent the first 42 years of my life without it. It would be inconvenient to be sure, but I am still quite familiar with the way things were done. Take pictures of my coffee and croissant, print pictures, and manually hand out printouts to strangers, because how else will everyone know I was at that cute little cafe? When I realize it, I'd probably cry, because much of life is in some aspect online. I'm taking online classes, use streaming, and most of the reading I do needs access as well. In terms of relationships, it would also mean I'd have to find some way to get friends, contact information, because a lot of the people in my life have transitioned to solely online communication. My therapy is telehealth too. Long time, late 80s/early 90s IT guy here. I'd thank whichever deities were listening. My stress level would drop to nearly 0 if this were to happen. Your job stress level would drop because you'd have no job. All the other stresses would immediately jump to 11. A lot of people think that the modern world would be great without the internet, but most phones use the internet, even landlines. Most TV reception is done via the internet. Logistics, signaling, and so on. Huge swaths of US infrastructure rely on the internet in some way. We'd be essentially plunged into darkness. Probably spend the first hour trying to reload the apocalypse. Then look for a payphone. Wait, do they still exist? To cancel all those forgotten subscriptions and auto payments. And then just stand there, realizing the silence feels more human than the internet ever did. Honestly, it might be kind of amazing. We'd finally look up, meet real people, smile, flirt, and actually talk again. How are we going to know it's permanently deleted if it's not online? I have to check every 5 to 10 minutes until it's back on. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. It really helps. Subscribe for more, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one.